Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is my second attempt at making this video this morning. My parrot and the computer have tried hard to make sure that everything goes wrong. I hope this second time round that it works. I would like to speak to you on a few things this morning. The first being the attempted murder of Tommy Robinson and his rebel media colleague Kaylin Robertson yesterday. I don't know whether you will have heard about this. I did put their video out last night and some of you may have found it anyway. But Tommy and Kaylin were going to Rochdale. They were going to speak to a counsellor, a Rochdale counsellor. This counsellor had given a reference to an Islamic paedophile who was on trial at the Crown Court. Why he gave this reference is exactly why Tommy and Kaylin were going to talk to him. He had no reason to give this reference, other than, I'm assuming, I may be wrong, that this counsellor was himself an Islamic counsellor. When they got to Rochdale, they went into which the BBC will not admit, one of the no-go zones. Muslim no-go zones. In our country, no-go zones. And this turned out to be not the best move they'd ever done. Because someone had got wind that they were coming up, and when they were parking up, they noticed a lot of cars getting around them, engines still running. All of a sudden, it happens, cars all around them, cutting across them. It was an ambush. Next thing they know, a brick goes through the rear windscreen. This could have killed them, could have killed either of them. Tommy floors it, and they get away down the street and onto the motorway, and they're getting away as fast as they possibly can. Then they find they're being chased. These people are chasing them and they're indicating they've got guns and they're going to kill them. And then they start trying to, or they do, smash into the car, trying to knock it off the motorway, trying to kill them. They tried to murder Tommy Robinson and Kaylin Robertson. Why did they have to have such similar names? Sorry, the postman just delivered something. Oh, just gave me a heart attack. Further down, I think it was the gangs gave up when they realised they were smashing their own cars to pieces and not getting them off the road. All this was filmed. Kaylin filmed all of this. It may be up on Rebel Media now. If so, you're probably better watching that than you are watching this. But further down the motorway, unless I dreamt it last night because it was last thing at night, I saw Kaylin and Tommy again. They'd done another bit of filming. They'd been stopped by our British police for speeding. Somebody had attempted to murder them. They're obviously scared out their wits. They'd probably say they weren't, but I would have been. When you're outnumbered, it's a horrendous situation to be in. And the police stop them for speeding. They tell them what's gone on. Tell them someone tried to murder them. And by all intents and purposes, the police gave the indication of, can't go in there, no go zone. Things may turn out to be different, because they got film of it, they got registration numbers. So if this doesn't hit the national media and these people aren't charged with attempted murder, then we know that we are in a police state and it is run by Islamic apologists. For certain. We pretty much know that anyway, but for certain we will know this. That said, both of them are okay. They managed to get to a hotel and hide up there. So all's well that ends well, but it's not good for the country. The one thing that has pleased me, there's been a massive upsurge in feeling in Britain. In the last couple of months, maybe even the last couple of weeks, I've seen a massive difference in that people really have had enough. They're not going to put up with this anymore. And they're actually willing to do something about it instead of just talking about it. We can all talk about it, and we have to talk about it to get it out to those who are still totally unaware. Over the last couple of nights, I'm sure you've probably seen, because if you're interested in what's going on in your country and what Islam is doing to it, you'll have wanted to watch the Rochdale Islamic rape gangs. Not grooming gangs, they're rape gangs. They may groom them initially, but they then rape little girls. And there's this programme been on for the last 2 nights. There's a 3rd episode, I don't know when that is. And I'm sure you found it deeply disturbing. Some idiots say, well, it's the girl's fault, or it's the family's fault for letting it happen. No, it's not. It's these Muslim scum, because they are Muslims, almost always Pakistani origins. So they're Pakistani Islamic following people. And this programme is the first to come out on mainstream that really shows what's going on in this country and the failings of the police, of the establishment, of the social services, and how our youngsters are being let down. I urge you to, if you haven't watched it, go back and watch it on catch up. It's a bit slow, I'll be honest with you. They do it in a very slow fashion, very considered, but it tells the story of what happened. And if you aren't really sure, you just know something happened, then it will tell you all about it and hopefully the facts. I don't think they've added any fictional parts to it, to the best of my knowledge. Maybe a couple of dramatic bits might have been thrown in, but at the end of the day, it's the grooming and rape of our children. Children, that leads me on to another of my points this morning. Children, Antifa. You know that we have got the March for the Justice for Chelsey in Sunderland on Saturday the 10th of June. Yesterday, got a, it's not a meme, is it? It's a photo taken by somebody. They found this form in Sunderland. It probably been put on a lamppost or something like that. And it was from Sunderland Antifa. They are going to stop this Justice for Chelsey march. They're going to stop this Justice for Chelsey campaign because we're all racists, we're all Nazis. Last night, if I could have found one of them, I would have probably beaten them to within an inch of their life. I was so angry. Excuse me a minute, the parrot is starting to try and destroy the computer and the printer. Right, where was I? Yeah, Antifa. They make me lose my mind. What goes through your head, Antifa? A young girl on a night out goes in because she's lost her way, because she's had a bit to drink. Then these migrants decide she's had a bit to drink, I know what we can do. We can beat and rape her. Can't we? Fair enough, isn't it? They're your friends, your Islamic friends. So I'm sure you agree. You are fucking mental. We are not racists. We are trying to stop Islam in this country for one reason and one reason only. And that is because it's going to destroy this country. They are going to murder millions. They're going to behead. They're going to rape. They are going to act as paedophiles. We haven't got an issue with any other race, ethnic minority in this country. None of them. I certainly haven't. Some far right might. But most of the people that you are calling racists, fascists and Nazis are just ordinary people who can see what's happening to their country. You are the fascists. It's said often enough. We know that. It's said often enough. And you just say, yeah. But you are trying to stop free speech. You are trying to terrorise people from doing what they want to do in their own country. You wear a uniform to hide your ugly, stinking, pus-filled faces. And you are clueless as to what is going on in the world. You're LGBT, as I've now noticed, with a QP on the end, community, which I know very, very well and have no issues with at all. Do they not realise that they will be the first people that Islam will slaughter? It won't be me. It won't be Sid down the road. It won't be Irene across the street. It will be the gay people, the transgender people, the obvious people that go against their... I'll just call it the Quran. I can't be bothered to try and be abusive about it. You are animals in their eyes. They are deceivers. It says to deceive unbelievers and pull them in and then slaughter them. And that's all you are. You are just the ones, right, we know these ones, we can sort them out as soon as we start. And it's going to start soon, but I don't think it's going to be by them because people have had enough. But Antifa, especially you on Twitter, you put my address details up. You put my name, put my address details. And you made veiled threats against me, my family, my home. And I would just like to tell you, please come to my home. Please come to my home. And you and me, we'll have a chat. Don't you come with your fucking mask on, because I will rip them off, taking half your face with it. You try and put my details on the open internet again, and I will take steps to sort it out. That's the politest way I can put it. If one of you met me in the street, you would probably cross the street before you started crying. don't try and act big and tough because you've got a mask on. And your spotty little friends all will come and help. Don't care how many of it you are. You're sad, you're pathetic, you won't listen to reason, so reason goes out the window. I've stayed quite calm, because if I'd lost it I wouldn't have put my point across. You see me when I'm not calm. I'll say no more on that. Right, where will we going next, ladies and gentlemen? That's really I've got this damn parrot who's gonna drive me mad. Say hello, Wellington, to everybody. Now, you've had your moment of fame. Now piss off. Yeah, come on, Will. People, sorry, this has gone a bit pear-shaped at the end here because that has done my head in, because that's been playing on my mind for some time now. I think I've actually covered the points that I wanted to cover. But lastly, the one thing that I mustn't forget, we all have to get to Sunderland. Saturday, 10th of June. They are congregating at the Charlton Public House. That is in Sunderland at 11 o'clock. They are moving off on a silent march, I believe it is, at 1 PM. And this is going to go on till, I think it was 3 or 4. We need as many people as possible to come out and show the government, and especially the excuse for a police force that we've got, that we the people ain't putting up with your shit no more. We're just not going to put up with it. The police force that's the point I was going to bring up that I've forgotten about. I won't go into it too much because I've done a 17-minute video already and you're probably fast asleep by now. But the police have let us down massively. They let us down every day. People say, oh, but they're only taking orders. Bullshit. Bullshit. If they were told tomorrow to go out and murder a couple of 3-year-old kids, would they do it? No, because it's morally wrong. The trouble is, the police force has become morally bankrupt. Yes, the problem stems from above, but it feeds all the way down to the constables on the ground, or in their cars, as most of them are these days. They don't care about British citizens anymore. They've forgotten what they're there for. They've forgotten why they joined the police force. They are now an army. They're an official militia, really, that occasionally do a bit of policing on the side. I have lost all respect. I didn't have much anyway because of my experience with them when they stitched me up in the past, and they did stitch me up because it was one of their Freemason friends. But all respect for any copper gone. You are actually the enemy of the people now, and I bet you at least 50% of you hate the thought of that. Well, do something about it. Go to your superiors and say you're not happy with what you're having to do. Go in 2s, 3s, 4s, a whole watch, whatever. Go and say we are not happy with what we are being asked to do. Because eventually, when the powder keg goes off, which I would say the fuse is not got much left on it, you'll be the ones in the firing line. and you've got a choice to make. Do you stand with your morals, principles and the rest of the people of Britain, or do you stand with the globalist elites that are giving the orders to you, who couldn't give a shit about you? You will be their cannon fodder to try and stop the people from pulling down this globalist initiated mass immigration. Because once the mass immigration is sorted out, then globalism will start to crumble, because it is their last throw of the dice. Their only other throw of the dice will be a third world war, which I know they're capable of doing, but I'm not too sure how much they will gain from a global war. Sorry about that, a tea towel just fell. So please, don't think that you're going to be okay. You won't be. You are in a situation where there's only one way that you will win, and that is to stand by your principles, your morals, and by your oath to protect the people of Britain. And if you start doing that, you'll get the respect back. Okay, I've gone on far too much. It's been an absolute nightmare this morning, where the computer's updated itself this morning. I've got warnings flashing up on my screen like mad. I'm sorry this has been a very bitty video. I shall try harder in the future, I promise. I ought to do it when I wake up, not while I'm still asleep really. Thank you for listening again. Please, if you liked this video, which I'm not sure even I like it if I'm honest, but please like and please subscribe. And thank you to all those people. I've suddenly got a fair few subscribers in the last week or so, and I've had some lovely emails too from people saying thank you for letting us know about this, we just didn't know. So thank you to subscribers. Please subscribe if you haven't. I'm not making money out of these because they're political. As you know, the Facebook Nazi police, they have disabled the share button on all my posts, and YouTube are very much the same. They won't let you monetize any video that's got this sort of content in it, and at the moment all my videos are like this because something needs to be done. So I feel like saying power to the people, but it sounds very ridiculous, doesn't it? But power to the people. Let's sort this mess out. Signing out. I shall see you tomorrow maybe. See you later.